Hello everyone, this is Linda and I'm back with another short video on understanding energy and really helping you to understand the different aspects of energy and how they affect you, particularly those aspects that can hold you back and leave you feeling stuck. And today we're going to talk about overthinking. Now, as a highly sensitive person and as an introvert, I think a lot. Now, if you're an extrovert and you know an introvert, or you see an introvert, you might be tempted to think that because they're quiet, because somebody is quiet, that they don't really have any thoughts or opinions. Well, the exact opposite is true. Because even though somebody's quiet, there can be a lot going on in their minds, a lot of thinking going on. I remember all my life, really, especially growing up, people would say to me, cheer up, cheer up, it might never happen. And I think, why are they telling me to cheer up? I'm not unhappy. And I think what I began to realize is that I have a thinking face. I'm thinking all the time. And perhaps when I'm quiet and I'm thinking, maybe I look like I'm upset or unhappy or something when I'm really not. So, and as a highly sensitive person and introvert, I actually really appreciate my ability to think deeply about things. I always say, if you ask a highly sensitive person a question, you better be really interested in the answer, because you won't get a frivolous answer. You'll get a well thought through answer, because we tend to see things from all angles and think things through very, very deeply, which is a tremendous skill. It's a great gift. However, overthinking, it can turn into overthinking, which can really deplete your energy. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're walking down the street and you see somebody you know, perhaps a friend or perhaps a work colleague. And as you pass them, you say hello. And they ignore you. They just walk straight past you, as if they haven't seen you or as if they don't know you. And your mind immediately jumps into all the thoughts of why that is. I've done something to upset them. They're angry with me. Who do they think they are? Why are they ignoring me? And you might start to really create all these stories in your mind about what's happened, why they ignored you, all of those kinds of things. And it can really take over your life. If you've ever had this experience, you'll know it can drive you crazy, because you want to know why it was, and because you don't know, you make up all these scenarios, all these reasons. And something like that can really deplete your energy. It might even keep you awake at night. It might stop you from sleeping, because it's going over and over and over in your mind. And we can do this with, if you tend to be a deep thinker, we can do this with so many different situations. You know, somebody invites you somewhere and you might start thinking, well, do I want to go? I don't really want to go, but should I go? Well, what will happen if I don't go? I call this mental gymnastics. It's like all these thoughts ping-ponging around in your head. You can drive yourself crazy with it. So essentially, I would say thinking deeply and having this ability to see things and think about things from many different angles is a tremendous gift. It's really, really helpful. Where it becomes something that's draining and something that's affecting you in a negative way is when you cross over from deep thinking into overthinking and overanalyzing, so much so that it takes you over and you can't get it out of your head. It's something that's going round and round and round all the time. Perhaps you had a discussion with somebody, or somebody said something to you that wasn't very nice, and perhaps you were so surprised you didn't have the words to make a response to them. And then afterwards you find yourself thinking about all the things you wish you'd said. I should have said this, and why did they say that to me? And this isn't right. And next time I'm going to say that. And so you go into this whole mode of overthinking, and you just cannot let it go. That's when it becomes a problem. That's when it becomes something that holds you back. It's like it sucks your energy. There's so much energy that's involved in all of that thinking that it depletes you. And then you find that you're trying to do something else, and you want to put your energy into something else, but you can't fully do that because you've got so much energy being taken up by the overthinking. So I would just say that just something to be aware of. If you are a deep thinker, if you tend to think a lot, start to become aware of when you slip into overthinking and when it becomes an energy drain for you. And just even having awareness of that will help you begin to change it. And that's our understanding energy discussion for today. And if you'd like to have a deeper discussion, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to have a chat with you about all things energy. And I'll also put a link in the comments for an assessment that you can take if you want to identify other ways that different types of energy may be holding you back. So that's all for today. I'll see you next week. Thank you.